So you can expect this question in your mains examination. So let's see the keywords. There has been a demand by the farmer community to legalize the system of MSP, and should MSP be legalized? So the question is straightforward and you can answer it by following a good structure. So in the introduction, you can give context of recent farmer protests and the withdrawal of farm bills, and then withdrawal of farm bills by the government. And then you can also briefly describe what MSP is, and you can describe the crops which come under MSP. So around 22 crops are under the provision of MSP. So this is going to be your introduction, and after that, in the body part, you need to describe whether legalizing the system of MSP, is it a viable option or not. So first so this is basically a critical question, and you need to describe the benefits first. So if the system of MSP is legalized, it will become a matter of right for the farmers. So in that case, government will not be able to deny procurement of the produce. So that is the main reason why why the demand of legalizing MSP is taking place right now by the farmer community. So first is that it will become a matter of right. And then also you can mention that it will lead to increased government procurement. Now herein you can mention that currently the government procurement is limited only to approximately 1/3 of wheat and rice produce and 10 to 20% of pulses and oilseeds. So you can do this value addition in your answer, and furthermore, in a side box you can also mention that Shanta Kumar committee has found that only 6% farmer households sell wheat and rice at MSP. Only 6% of farm households sell wheat and rice at MSP. Similarly, you can mention that increase in MSP based on a C2 plus 50% formula, which basically takes into account all the paid out costs and family labor and expenditure on rents, rentals, etc. So this increase will also be witnessed if this is taken into consideration, and after that it can also help the farmers tackle disproportionate risks when coming to the volatility of market. So after mentioning these benefits, let's come to the concerns in legalizing MSP. So first and foremost is the unsustainability. Why is it unsustainable? Because if a statutory guarantee is provided for MSP, and if in case production is more than the demand, so in that case prices are going to decrease and private players may not be attracted to procure the produce. So in that case, government will necessarily have to procure this produce. So this is not unsustainable. This is not sustainable in the longer run. And for value addition, you can mention a policy paper by Ramesh Chand under Niti Aayog. This policy paper has also highlighted upon this unsustainability of legalizing MSP system. So this is going to be our first point. And after that, in the second point, you can mention that it will also lead to a high procurement cost, and a high procurement cost will further increase all kind of prices which can lead to further inflation, and it will ultimately hurt the poor the most. So the effect on poor can also be drastic in case MSP is legalized. And after that, it also places a huge burden on the public exchequer. So it may lead to rise in overall fiscal deficit of the government. And after that, it can also open up a Pandora's box, because then after legalizing MSP for a few crops, then demands for other crops can also arise in the future. So you can mention these keywords: Pandora's box, that further demands for other crops will also may also take place in the future. So these are going to be your overall concerns. And after that, so we have addressed the body part. Now coming to the conclusion part, you can go for a few suggestions wherein you can say that price support schemes until this whole system of MSP is legalized, or should it be legalized or not. In the meanwhile, we can go for price support schemes like price deficiency payment scheme. Furthermore, government can also work for measures which can protect the farmers from price fluctuations. And after that, finally, you can mention that guaranteeing a minimum support price may not be a viable option as of now, but instead of that, government can go for providing minimum income. So minimum income instead of MSP can be a way forward as of now. So this is going to be your overall answer.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from Civil's Daily.